Do you identify as a white person? Do you have black friends?
Phylicia,
Do you find yourself saying,
I'm ready to be an ally to black people now.
now? We here at By Phylicia Productions have just the tool for you.
That sounds great.
This training is entitled How to Be a Better White Person. Created by world-renowned Professor Phylicia Keating, How to Be a Better White Person will give you the tips and tricks you need to show up for the black people in your life. Don't have any? Check out a local protest and one will be provided for you.
Thank you so much.
By the end of this video, you'll be so equipped to be a better ally to black people that you'll stop texting your black friends asking them what you should do.
Thank you so much for doing that for me. I love your hair. Is it real?
Hey white people!
Hi.
How y'all doing? It's Phylicia. Welcome to How to Be a Better White Person. Taught by me. Huh? Like most black people in America, Professor Feeding was getting really tired talking about race, especially to white people.
That is not my job.
No shade. Oh, we're tired. We are tired. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. And so, I've been trying to figure out what I can do, to push the narrative, to push the movement, to help fight the good fight. I really wanted to go out and protest, but because of COVID-19, my mom won't let me. She yelled at me. Since I went to predominantly white institutions, so many of my very, very best friends in this world are white, and I know almost every lyric to the Taylor Swift catalog. Drew looks at me, I fake a smile so he won't see. I used to sing that at night about a guy named Drew. Andrew, but Drew. He didn't like me. It's okay. I'm the best person to give this training on how to be a better ally to your black friends, because I know for many of you, I'm your only black friend. And that's okay. We're all here. This is all based in love. It's all based in humor. I just want everyone to be happy, everyone to feel loved and supported. I'm doing this out of love. I want to give you this video and this training so you can stop DMing me on Instagram. Those are especially reserved for gentlemen callers. I plan to marry Leonardo DiCaprio. And I want him to have this video handy too.
Ooh, I love that white man.
He's been trying to reach out to me, and how am I going to see the messages if it's just a whole bunch of how do I be better? Like, you guys need to make room for him because, we have a whole thing going, obviously. Daddy! I'm gonna have some new friends to help me with this training. I have some old timers, the OGs. It's me with them when we're hanging out. Harriet's still kind of mad at you guys. And then, we have a new guy. We have Barack Obama. Look at how happy he is with me and not Michelle. Okay, so let's start. The first thing that you can do, acknowledge your privilege as a white person. Your race is the default race. An incredible book I think you should take a look at when it comes to thinking about your privilege is White Fragility and Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism by Robin DiAngelo. I think you acknowledge that America is working in your favor. Better housing market, education, stores. Every white neighborhood I know has a Whole Foods. Sure. There's black privilege. Everything I do is cool. We have the Obamas. Every dance we do becomes a trend. Well-seasoned food. Be empathetic to your black friends. Ask them if they need anything. Do they need some wine, a phone call, a new laptop? That was a hint. And sometimes showing that empathy and checking in on your black friend might just be leaving them alone.
That is not my job.
Listen more than you speak, but absolutely speak up. During this time, your black friends are gonna need a space to vent, drain out the energy, to cry.
I just want to go to SoulCycle and not buy a $4 Fiji water and not be judged because I can afford it, but I don't believe in using plastic bottles, and I want to tap it back with my white friends. Don't you get that?
And do what you can. For some people, that's gonna look different. For some, it's gonna be, can you come to this protest with me? Let's just sit on Zoom and watch a movie. Can I just have the space to talk? Just be there for them. But just because of the nature of things, the conversation is probably gonna steer back to race. Even as I called a friend really just to talk about The Bachelor, it came back to race. That time specifically is not gonna be the time for you to ask questions. It's to say what you've done so they can validate you. It's not that time. It's just not your time, my people. It's not your time. You had your time. You had 400 years. It's not your time.
It's ours.
We're reclaiming our time. You know, it's gonna be draining. They're gonna say things like, ooh, these white people. God, I hate white people. Oh, white people, blah, blah, blah. They're not talking about you, I promise. They don't hate you unless your name is Brock Turner. They're talking about the institution which you represent that keeps them oppressed, keeps me oppressed. It has nothing to do with you, I promise. So between COVID-19 trying to kill us, please, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. We're going through a lot right now, a lot. Just do what you can for them. But I'm tired of the copy and paste group messages asking what you can do to be a better ally. Don't text me. Educate and consume yourself with Black entertainment. Watch Black documentaries, movies, TV shows. Find ways to get yourself well versed in this narrative. And this should be fun. Oh my God, Black stuff is so fun. It's the best. Watch things with a Black protagonist so you can see Black people being excellent as full, well-rounded characters. Start light. Start with the Proud Family.
Hey, sugar mama.
That's so Raven. And then you can get a little deeper. User's choice. All I want you to do is type in Google.
Black films. Black books. Black TV.
And start there. Find something that resonates with you and watch it. I can feel it in my bones. There's gonna be a whole variety of things. Some things you've probably heard of, some things you've never heard of. Some things you've probably been scared to watch. I get it, I understand it. A lot of it is deep. You don't have to start that deep. Start wherever you feel comfortable. Dark Girls, when they see us on Netflix, it's based on the Exonerated Five, who were the Central Park five young boys of color who just had their entire childhood stripped away because of the Special Victims Unit. You know, so many of you have texted me, you've seen 13th. Don't text me. Have I said it all? Huh? What'd you say?
I have a dream that one day.
Martin, we get it. You're the only Black guy that white people know. We get it, okay? What else can you do? You can learn about systemic racism. There's a great video going around on Instagram that kind of spells it out. Brief cliff notes, a brief background. It talks about the employment discrepancies and discriminations, housing discrimination, drug arrests, immigration, infant mortality, mother mortality. I would even learn about the origin of the police. The police.
Not these white men who gave us the theme song for COVID-19. But these.
The force that we are trying to defund and dismantle. Police was created to be slave catchers, and they were tasked with patrolling and catching runaway slaves, prevent slave revolutions. And later on, they fought to enforce segregation. As we go forward, and especially in an election year, it's really important for white people to understand how racism works, because so many of the people at the table currently are white. The decisions that are being made at those different tables do not just affect the lives of white people. When you learn about privilege, you learn about implicit bias, inequity, different barriers that different races face that you do not face on a daily basis. Another way to be a good ally is to understand that your silence is complicit. Now, I'm so happy that so many of you are reposting on social media.
It's amazing. It's great. It's fantastic.
We love it. We love to see it. It's everything. But this goes beyond that. I had a really, really good friend tell me that she's made the vow to stop racist remarks in their tracks and to be accountable of them, and that she's gonna start calling them out. You can start doing that too. And I know it's gonna be uncomfortable. The whole point about you speaking up is, unfortunately, the way things work in this country so far is that the white voice holds more weight. So, you know, definitely want to use your voice and speak up for a group that may not be able to, or that may not be heard, that may not be listened to. Your voice is your power. Your voice is your privilege. So use it. I beg of you. Another thing you can do is support Black business. I'm a Black business. Subscribe. Now we're home, we're quarantined. So many of you want to take up on reading. I think it's amazing. Go ahead and search some Black-owned bookstores that are delivering, that are shipping. Support them, especially as you're buying books about race. Duh. And as you learn this new knowledge, don't call me. Don't text me, because I already know it, okay? I'm not the one you need to talk to. You need to call your white friends and talk to them. Get a group on Zoom. Dedicate a happy hour to talking about all the things you've learned about racism in America and how you can be a better ally. Share these things. It's gonna be amazing. You know, start a group, a club, a clan. Stop saying the N-word and call out anybody who does. It is a word based in hatred, and if you're someone who wants to say it, why do you want to say it? Are you hateful? I would even offer you look up the origin and the history behind the word and why the word is so hateful. You just can't say it. You can't say it. You can't say it. You can't say it.
You can't say it.
You can't say it. You cannot say it here. You cannot say it there. You cannot say it anywhere. You can't say it. You just can't. The best thing you can do, ooh, this one, you know, you want to call somebody, play a little mood music. You want to get on a FaceTime, the lights down, put the camera real close to you, and then you look at them and you say, Black Lives Matter. Ooh! Say it again. Black Lives Matter. Sexy, y'all. Say it. Believe it. Mean it. Mean that Black Lives Matter. It's really important to say Black Lives Matter. At this current point in time, we are fighting for Black people, for Black lives. And I find that sometimes just because of the rhetoric and the narrative associated with Black and Black people, my white friends are afraid to say Black. But that's what we are. We are Black. We're Black people. Black, Black, Black. I would ask that you please bring integrity and excellence to the word and say Black Lives Matter with a capital B. I'm doing this because I love you and I recognize that you love me. Also, if you haven't talked to me in 5 years, do you love me? Maybe you do. I don't know. I won't judge you. I appreciate it all. It's so appreciative. But just know that we're gonna need some time and some space to take energy for ourselves because the world has required
So much of us.
for so long. So long. And know that we've only just begun. It's not enough to just recognize racism. You have to be actively anti-racist, and that's gonna take some time. It's gonna get uncomfortable. It's gonna get weird. You might lose some friends. You might even get into arguments with your family about this. But just know that we so appreciate you fighting for us. And just the most important thing you can do, stay the course. For some of you, this is a habit. It's something you have to unlearn. Like I had to unlearn that if a guy says he just wants to be friends, it doesn't mean work harder, Phylicia. It means he just wants to be friends and probably not even friends at all. He's not gonna call you back. And I am so grateful for the many, many people in my life who step up, who text me every day, who ask me so many questions about race. We at By Phylicia have made this video out of love, out of pure love and appreciation for the white people in our life. But y'all are starting to get annoying. We don't want to make you feel bad. No, we just want you to do better. When you know better, you do better. I think Maya Angelou said this. I should know that. Well, thank you so much for joining us for today's lesson on how to be a better white person. We do hope you've enjoyed this guide. We hope you've enjoyed this training. And we hope you've taken in all the information we've given you. I love you. Now leave me the alone.
Bye Phylicia is brought to you by, you guessed it, Phylicia. But don't say bye, subscribe.
And if you subscribe right now, we'll even throw in a training on how to sing the Black National Anthem.
Lift every voice and sing.
Actually, don't.
Sorry.